Former special advisor to President Bola Tinubu on political matters, Dr. Hakeem Baba-Ahmed caused a stir recently when he said that nobody can be president without the support of the North. He spoke in line with the growing political consciousness ahead of the 2027 general election, and particularly the presidential election. He said this with certainty that no one can be president without the Northern support. But the truth is that he's not totally correct. He's not totally correct in that assertion that you cannot be president without Northern support. What would have made it much more accurate is that he represents the conservative North himself. He belonged to the more militant wing of the Northern leaders, the Northern Elders Forum. He was their former spokesperson. Now that wing that he represents speak mostly for the Islamic North. Now, even if you look at it from the perspective of Islamic North, that you can't be president without the support of the Islamic North, he also got it wrong. However, while a president can be produced without the Northern support, it is also very difficult to produce a president. That would have been his position that would have made sense if he had said that it would be difficult to be a president without the Northern support. That I will agree. Because for you to win without the Northern support, that's the core North support, we have to be particular about that. For you to win the presidency without the core North, and when I say the core North, I'm talking about the conservative North, the Islamic North, the North that Sharia is prominent. Okay? You can be president without the core North, but you cannot be president without the North. That would be the most appropriate way to put it. You can be president without the conservative North or the Islamic North, but you cannot be president without the North. That is the most appropriate way to put it. Now let me explain. And why I say that it is difficult for you to win the presidency of Nigeria without the North. Because when you are talking about North, North include the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, where I am right now. If you look at the two examples where a president emerged without the support of the North, that's without the support of the Islamic North, the conservative North. That is very important. We have to separate these two. You can emerge president without the support of the Islamic North, but you cannot emerge president without the North. That's very clear. For instance, for you to be win the presidency of Nigeria from southern Nigeria, you must win all the 17 states. You must win all the 17 states of southern Nigeria. It means that you have 17 states in the bag. Okay? Then the middle belt, which is part of the North, will now be the battleground. The battleground will be Kwara, Kogi, Nasarawa, Federal Capital Territory, Plateau, Taraba. Okay? Now, all these areas where Christians dominate, they are still part of the North. So you can be able to, if you have all these 17 states, win all the 17 states in southern Nigeria, and then win in the north central area. All you need now is just 25% in the Islamic North. Even at that, you can become the president of Nigeria. In that case, you can be able to win in 2/3 of the 36 states of the Federation. You can be able to do that. You can be able to achieve it. That is possible. And there are two examples to show that. And that was President Goodluck Jonathan in 2011. In 2011, the reason why Jonathan was able to win was that Jonathan won in 16 out of the 17 southern states. Jonathan won 16, including Lagos. Okay? And that was because Tinubu backed him despite their political differences. Jonathan won in Lagos and all the other states except Osun State, where Jonathan did not win. Osun was won by Nuhu Ribadu, who was the candidate of the ACN at that time. So you need to win the whole. So South must be united. A Southern candidate to win must have Southern unity that will back him up, so that he can now make up the rest of the votes from the North Central area and part of the Christian Northeast and all that, get 25% of all those places. That was the blueprint that Jonathan used in winning. When the North conspired against him, the Islamic North conspired against him in 2011 and backed Muhammad Buhari. That was the masterstroke that they used against Buhari and the Islamic North in that election. The same thing played out in 2003 when Obasanjo was going for the second time. Like right now, where the North is fed up with Tinubu. The North, the Islamic North, to be specific, or the Sharia North, was not in support of his coming back because of the propaganda by Atiku Abubakar and co. What did Obasanjo do? Obasanjo now tried to unify the whole of the South. The Southwest that didn't vote for him in 1999, he reached an agreement so that he could be able to carry the whole of the South, get the 17 states, and then be at the battleground states in the North Central. And that was how Obasanjo was able to return as president. So he was re-elected without the conservative North, or the Islamic North, or the Sharia North, whichever description suit you. But for you to do that, for you to win without the Islamic North, the South must be united behind that particular candidate. If you look at Jonathan, why did Jonathan lose in 2015? The South was not united. Who brought that division? It was Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who disorganized the unity in the South. So Jonathan could not carry the 17 states in southern Nigeria. If Jonathan had the 17 states in southern Nigeria in the bag, including states in the southwest, there is no way he could have lost the 2015 election. But because the South was not united as a result of the personal ambition of Bola Tinubu, he helped to sabotage a certain president during second term. I'm talking about President Goodluck Jonathan. So in that case, you can see when the South is not united, the North determines the final outcome. The conservative North, what they have, what they want, will happen. As Tinubu is going towards his second term, you can see that he is making desperate effort to unite by the South by fire, by force, so that he could be able to counter the disillusionment from the North over his terrible display as president in the last 2 years. So the North is fed up. They are complaining about insecurities still on the high side. The economy is tanking. Nothing is working. Farmers cannot go to farm. People cannot travel. Kidnappers on the rampage. Killer headers on the loose. They say enough is enough. And he has been very nepotistic in his appointments. So all these things combined show that he is concerned about the North. Don't forget, it was the North, mostly the Islamic North, who were enticed by Muslim ticket, that voted for Tinubu and gave him victory over a fellow Muslim from the North. That was why Tinubu was able to defeat Atiku Abubakar in the North. Are you getting that? Good. Now that Tinubu is facing a North that is disillusioned about his administration, he is trying to bring the South under his control to see how he can muzzle the whole of the South to back him, so that he can have 17 states in the South, and then he can now go to the battleground states and wrestle with them for the remaining states. But that is not likely to happen if the election is going to be free and fair. Most southern Nigerians have suffered under President Bola Tinubu. They are also victims of his marginalization that the North is complaining about. So in a free and fair election, Tinubu cannot be able to get southern unity. So he can't survive by saying, okay, I'm going to unify the South and then go and compete with the conservative North in the battleground states. It's not going to work for him. In summary, what I'm saying is that for you to become president without the North, that you cannot be president without the North, but you can be president without the Islamic North. Why did I say this? Because if you have 17 states in southern Nigeria, that can make you president of Nigeria. You need to take states like Kogi, which is in North Central, so that is still North. You need to take Nasarawa, that is still North. You need to take FCT, that is still North. You need to take Plateau, that is still North. You need to take Taraba, that is still North. Okay, you need to take Adamawa. Adamawa has substantial Christian population. In fact, there are people who are arguing that there are more Christians in Nasarawa, in Adamawa, than Muslims. You need to also take Gombe. Gombe is also said to be predominantly Christian. Okay, so if you gather all those battlegrounds, so you can therefore now see that you can't be president without the North. You cannot be president without the North. You cannot be president without the North, but you can be president without the conservative North. And those conservative North are the people that had been fanatical supporters of Muhammad Buhari since 2003. So you can therefore agree with me that if you look at it critically, you can come to the conclusion that you cannot be president. No Southerner can be president without the North. But the same thing can also be said of the North. No Northerner can be president without the South. Muhammad Buhari, with all the 12 million votes they have been allocating to him since 2003, couldn't make him president until the alliance with Bola Tinubu broke the rank of the Southern people, and Tinubu cooperated with them and gave a nationwide tickets, you can say, or mandates, if you like, to Buhari. That was how he was able to become president. So you cannot be president. No Northerner can be president without the South, and no Southerner can be president without the North. But a Southerner can be president without the Islamic North. Perhaps that should be the proper way to put it. Because in reality, if you become, with 17 states in the South, you can't be president. You must get votes from the North, particularly the North Central, the so-called Middle Belt and all that. That's the fact. So, in summary, Dr. Hakeem Baba-Ahmed may not be totally wrong as people are dismissing him when he said that nobody can be president without the North. He's right. But somebody can be president without the conservative North, because conservative North also often feel that they are the real Northerners. That is the truth. But whatever is your position, what is your take about my assessment of the fact that Dr. Hakeem Baba-Ahmed is right that nobody can be president without the North? And I have told you that if you're a Southerner, even if you win the 17 states in the South, you still need vote in North Central. North Central is still part of the North. They are still part of the 19 states of Northern Nigeria. So that's basically true. You cannot be president without the North, but you can be president without the Islamic North, or the conservative North, or the Sharia North. That's my understanding of what is playing out. Similarly, you cannot be president. You cannot be a Northerner cannot be president of Nigeria without the South. Let's be clear about that. Whatever is your position on this argument, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.